Hey, what's up everyone, the Abiotic X here, bringing to you my thoughts and opinions on Abiotic Factor. Now this game has just come out on the console as I am recording this, and I wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on this game. I just want to clarify that I gave a review 1 to 2 weeks to get my full-fledged opinion on things, and I'll be going through the good shits and the bad shits that Abiotic Factor has to offer, and to also let you know into spoilers on the base game. Without further ado, let us begin. Now, Abiotic Factor is a first-person shooter survival type game, referencing a game such as The Forest, and also heavily referencing from Half-Life 2. In it, you get to play as a newly formed Gate employee, which is a hand-down group of research scientists lost that are discovering weird and phenomenon areas, such as alien film things, such as referencing from Avatar, or basically a Silent Hill ripoff, or weird Japanese metaphorical stuff. But as you are basically new there and just get in, a catastrophe happens to basically an outbreak occurs, setting the aliens and other stuff loose in the facility, causing the facility to go into lockdown. And it's up to you and 5 other players to basically get the fuck out of there, while also discovering what the fuck is going on in the process as well. And that is about it from what the game basically has to offer. So, let's now move on to the good shits and the bad shits that this game has to offer. Starting off with the good shits, I will give them the hands down credit on basically making servers, where basically anyone can join in your game if you so want to, or the fact being where you can join someone else's world too if you desire to. Which I will give them a big hands down on that, because very few games really do that when it comes to online games. You just basically got to be lucky enough to find one, or actually have a friend to play it with. But you got to give them big marks on that, truly big marks. Another good thing I will add is basically on the various items that you can craft in the game. For instance, the crossbow is basically nothing made out of just a stapler, a ruler, and some sharp pencils. Usually something you'd probably find in basically an office. Although the fishing rod is basically just a ruler and what's left of basically a landline phone. Which I gotta give them big handy down marks on that as well, on basically creativity. And finally for the good shits, I will basically give them the hands down on how much is in the game, on how much stuff that you can also do as well. Like for instance, you can fish, you can plant stuff, you can cook, you can level up your skills, new areas that you can explore in that, for a game which only has 1 gigabyte. With 1 gigabyte, and there's tons of shit in this game, which I will give them a hands down on. And yep, that is basically everything I've got to basically cover on the good shits. So now, let's move on now to the bad shits. Now, for the bad shits, I've basically got to have only a few criticizations on this. For instance, the lack of customization that you can give to your character. For instance, when it comes to hairstyles or outfits and ties and that, like, there's only a very few little that you can do in the game. And I do wish that they can add in more hairstyles and that as the game goes on. Which I gotta say, that's one of my main problems I have with the game. And finally, when it comes to the bad shits, where the fuck is the tea? You add in coffee machines, you add in soda machines. Where the fuck is the tea? Where's our love, huh? You add in coffee, soda, where's the tea? Game, where the fuck is the tea? This is one of my big problems here. You add in coffee, but you leave the tea lovers out. Like, come on, fam. Where's the tea? And yeah, and shockingly enough, this is everything I've got to say regarding the bad shits. So, let's now move on to the verdict on this game. And that is this game good? Abso-fucking-lutely yes. Would I recommend you get this game? Abso-fucking-lutely as well. Heck, I'd even go further and even say I'd even recommend you purchase their even supporter bundle. Because I gotta say, these developers deserve every single penny that they put into this game. And even as such, I will even give them credit because this game rivals that of Deep Rock Galactic on games that I've reviewed and given top marks on. That is a very rare thing for me to do, even though I'm more or less known as the reviewer that basically curses games, because most games that I've reviewed thus far have ended up being, well, discontinued or pulled off the store completely. But yeah, as a game with so much to do in the game, especially with 1 gigabyte, that has blown me away. On so little of a game, and there's so much that you can see, so much that you can explore, and so much in it. And I gotta give credit to the devs, and like I say, this game is worth every fucking penny. And it kind of goes to show that you don't really need flashy graphics in order to make a good game. Because, like, again, take Minecraft for example. It's just full of cubes and squares. And Harmonic Factor looks like a game made from a fucking PlayStation 2 engine or a PS1, if I'm being honest. But yeah, without all honesty, this game is bloody amazing, and I'd highly recommend you check it out, too. But what do you think? Do you agree with my decisions? Do you disagree with my decisions? Or how else do you basically see this review? I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. But that being said though, if you did enjoy this review, or if this review was any helpful, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, then don't, and give rat's ass. However, if you are interested in joining the Rat Kingdom in any way, shape or form, our link to our Discord server is in the description below. Well, with that being said though, hope you enjoyed, and peace. DX is out.